This is Nigeria. And this is also Nigeria. Nigeria is the 11th biggest producer of oil in the world and Africa's biggest economy. The country is home to over 230 million people, including some of Africa's richest families and Africa's poorest people. The tragedy of Nigeria has always been tribalism, underpinned with religious bias and deep-rooted corruption.
I think what the average northerner needs is somebody who is from the north and who also understands the other parts of Nigeria and who has been able to build bridges across the rest of the country. This is what the northerner needs. It doesn't need a Yoruba candidate or an Igbo candidate.
When Ekweme was the vice president 40 something years ago, that is tribalism. For the northerners, for some people, Igbos have no share politically in the presidency. They must continue to save us. Let me tell you, average Igbo man has human capital, just like our brother Peter Obi. And if Peter Obi declare for president, any Igbo man that will put his vote to somewhere, that person must be chased out of this Igbo land.
This is a message to my northern Christian brothers and sisters, specifically for you. Why? Because if you go to the south, to the southeast, to the southwest, a Christian from northern part of Nigeria is a northerner. Simple. If there are breakdown of blood orders in Enugu, they kill everybody, whether a Muslim or Christian coming from the north. This is the record that is on ground. Nobody can deny this. Christians of northern extraction. Think wisely, act wisely, behave wisely. You have no business voting a southern candidate based on Christianity.
This has led to widespread poverty and insecurity in the country. An ordinary Nigerian on any day will be counted amongst the smartest people in the world. But this smartness never prevails when it comes to electing their leaders. They vote for sick old men because they either belong to the same religion or because they are their tribe's men. How they get it wrong all the time, as smart as they are, is a question for the gods. Perhaps they should take inspiration from the word of the great Nnamdi Azikiwe.
The challenge of Nigeria as a free state in 20th century Africa is the need to revive the stature of man in Africa and restore the dignity of man in the world. Nigerians believe passionately in the fundamental human rights. We regard all races of the human family as equal. Under no circumstance shall we accept the idea that the black race is inferior to any other race. I call upon Alhaji Amadu Bello, the Sarana of Sokoto, to join us in this Herculean task of national reconstruction. I exhort Chief Obafemi Awolowo to associate with us in this great adventure of restoring the dignity of man in the world. There are many leaders who can give active support and assistance to a nation at its supreme hour of need. Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola, Dr. Michael Iwanukara Opara, and Samuel Grace Ikoku, and then Chief Dennis Chukwude Sarebe, Malam Aminu Kanu, Malam Ibrahim Imam, and J.S. Taka of northern Nigeria, and countless others. I appeal to all our leaders, far and near, to forget the wounds which were inflicted in cause of our internecine altercation. The love of our country should outweigh the love of our petty selves. The enjoyment of individual freedom under the law should mean more to us than our self-centered party programs and manifestos. Common dangers and common enemies alert us on the need for common security. The British came here in 1851, and found us hopelessly divided in tribal compartments. When Britain transferred power to us on 1st October 1960, we were no longer an expression of geography, but a reality of history. During all our years of political vassalage, we became socially and economically integrated. We have also developed an identity of interest, and we have crystallized common nationality. The process of political integration reached its zenith at midnight on 30th September 1960, when we lastly sang our national anthem and our national flag was hoisted aloft to signal the birth of a new nation. Come and join Abubakar with me, Sardauna, Awolowo, Akitola, Osarebe, Okpara, Ikoku, Aminu Kano, Ibrahim Imam, and Saka. Let us bind the nation's wound and let us heal the breaches of the past, so that in forging our nation, there shall emerge on this continent a hate-free, fear-free, and greed-free people who shall be in the vanguard of a world task force whose assignment is not only to revive the stature of man in Africa, but to restore the dignity of man in the world.